Hello everyone, welcome to GED. Today we have some mini tacos, some pizza left over, and we're talking about how Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire is greater than I originally thought. Previous video on how I bought it on a whim and it was good and it's great. But man, after really getting into this game, it is exceeding my expectations. But there are a few pitfalls to be had here and there. In this dish, I have some hot sauce. Frank's Red Hot. These are super hot. Just took them out of the oven. The pizza, this is just some leftover pizza. DiGiorno. 3 meat. Look at that, guys. It's just packed with flavor right on top. And to me, DiGiorno is probably the best frozen pizza. DiGiorno for thick crust, but Tombstone pizza for thin crust. Let's try this out. As expected, it is delicious. That sausage, that pepperoni, really coming through on those flavors. Not just bland like most other frozen pizzas. Try a little hot sauce on there. Guys, I'm from the north of America, the north part of America, and while hot sauce is amazing and delicious on pizza, ranch dressing, and if you've never tried this, I strongly encourage you, ranch dressing as a dipping sauce for pizza is probably the best thing since sliced bread. I know it's weird, but ranch goes great with pizza. DiGiorno pizza is thick though. Man, it takes a while to chew through this stuff. Not quite deep dish, but it's close. I do have a little bit of iced tea here as a cleanser. Alright guys, so why is Pillars 2 so great? What makes it so good? Well, first off, let me say, if you are a fan of Dungeons and Dragons or Neverwinter role-playing, gosh, this game has so much role-playing. Like, there are moments where you're literally just sitting there going back and forth between characters for, like, I'd say a good 5 to 10 minutes. Like, strong roleplay. So, in that regard, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And speaking of gorgeous, the graphics. The graphics, while they are the semi-3D isometric view, it is a beautiful game. It's well done. The artistry is just pure fantasy. If you like being a pirate, the whole game is basically pirate themed. which is like a caveat to a high seas adventure of fantasy world. There's tons of classes, tons of combinations, of course, and it's just generally a good dungeon crawler slash RPG game. These tacos are like a spicy beef with a cheese mixed in. Pretty good. Basically just Takis in another form, though. Currently, at the time of this video, in my playthrough, I think, like, I'm not really sure how long the game is, but my characters are about level 13 of 20, so we're over halfway in levels, and I've been exploring the entire map. I think I'm maybe halfway through the game, and I've put a good, solid, maybe 25 hours into it, which is crazy. I mean, there's just quest after quest and stuff to do and places to explore and loot. The battles are just, they're fun. If you like to be a real tactical player, you can pause it down to the minute detail and command your guys to the step, you know? Like, every action can be commanded in a pause-go style combat. Or if you just like letting everything go to chaos, you can turn off the pause and just let it rip. Full real-time combat on the seat of your pants action. I did bake these, so rather than microwave them, it does give them that extra crispy texture on the outside. Whenever you buy anything with a corn tortilla on the outside, it's strongly recommended to oven bake them rather than microwave, because microwave, while it's easier, it just makes them super floppy, super soggy, whereas with that crisp, hard shell, you know, you get that extra texture, that extra flavor coming out there. This hot sauce is definitely adding a kick to this. Good old Frank's Red Hot. So another thing about Pillars is that it's very open-ended, and that comes hand in hand with the roleplay. You can be good, you can be evil, you can join this faction, you can kill that faction, you can literally control the fate of the world, which is, you know, just awesome in itself. And there's also stuff that you do early in the game that tends to impact how your game plays out later. Items and loot. Holy crap, guys, like the loot. The items are... It's a massive inventory system, and when you're managing 5 players, or 5 characters rather, with all the different types of items that you can get, it's really hard to decide who should wear what at what period in time. Oh boy. Need a quick drink. And then, in terms of like enchanting and making gold, it's really, you're always, it's not like one of those games where eventually you run out of money, or rather you run out of stuff to buy. There's always stuff you need to be buying, whether it's like medicine for your ship, enchantments for your arms and armor, which are crazy expensive, by the way, guys. Crazy expensive. So you really have to like choose items that your characters are going to use for quite a while. Eventually you do get all decked out in legendary gear, but it takes quite a bit of gameplay. I'm just now reaching a point where I can comfortably start spending money on enchanting gear we already have. Ooh. And then, when it comes down to it, like, there's going to be expansions. There's going to be more content that releases even when I hit the end game, when I see the ending. So, you know there's more RPG coming right around the bend. They already have like 3 expansions planned for this Deadfire game. In terms of replayability, you can play through it once with 5 character classes, be good, go through it again, play with 5 completely different character classes, and do an evil campaign. Or you can change who you save and who you kill. Or you can do an Iron Man mode. Or you can do a solo Iron Man mode. You can make the game harder or easier depending on your playstyle. Right now, my game is, it's not super easy, but there's definitely points where I can roll through. But if you start on a harder difficulty, oh man, it is a challenge to say the least tactically. If you're a min-maxing power gamer, those modes are definitely for you. Alright, so we're done with the tacos, we're done with the pizza. All in all, I'd say if you have some money to burn and a lot of extra time where you just don't know what you're going to play, try Pillars 2 Deadfire. It's not bad at all for a game that was made as a Baldur's Gate kind of clone off. It's definitely improved upon everything over the years. They're always constantly updating it, so they're patching it, they're fixing bugs, they're making new content coming up. It's just a good, solid choice in my opinion, guys. But you choose what you want to do. Remember to game, eat, and discuss. Good luck out there in the RPG world.